the way, we're in Vancouver. Hi.
It never rhymes. All I ask is for you to be kind. No more time, I'm letting by.
We came for a little holidays. We're gonna spend maybe a day or two in Vancouver itself, and then we're gonna go to Whistler. We're going to see our friends in Portland, and also we're gonna visit Seattle, which I've never been to and I always wanted to. So
what's so special about Seattle?
I have no idea. I really don't know what's special about Seattle. It's just, it always teases me, as I've never been to Washington State, and it's like in the very corner of United States, so it was always like, you've been everywhere but you haven't been there. So this is kind of the trip that, yeah, allows me to go there. I would love to go to Alaska, but it's a little bit too cold still for it, I think. And also we don't have enough time. One day. It is so pretty so far. We absolutely love Vancouver, although we've seen it for like a few hours now. We slept, we woke up, went for breakfast at 6:30 in the morning. If you ever in Vancouver, Forage or Forage. It's downtown Vancouver, really good breakfast place.
There and here, I've been away for much too long. And deeper, and touch is right, skin to skin. We are one, felt within.
Ice cream.
Tides are high, further short.
I don't really like new cars. This is the thing about me. I just don't find them appealing. I don't know. I don't see anything that I would be interested in buying. But apart from the Nomads, there's one more car that I think I would be convinced that this will be something. And I found one. It's an F-150 Raptor, and I really, really like it. I just like what it represents. I like that it's comfortable and crazy and fun at the same time. It's just, I'm still concerned that it's a little bit too big for Europe because it's absolutely massive. As in, not massive in a way that it gives you a lot of size inside, like the camper van, for example, but it's just massive. I'm just worried that it might be a little bit too big in terms of getting places because it's too wide and the wing mirrors stick out too much and so on and so on. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical. And also, it's really expensive. It holds the money, it holds the value very, very well, but to buy it, it's like £80,000, I think, so it's a bit crazy.
We're just driving around, or driving towards our next location, but we're driving through the suburbs of Vancouver. Look at these houses. Look at how amazing they look. Look how much space they have, and look at the view. It's so, so beautiful.
4 garages. I like this style. I think we've discovered another happy place, as in a city that we really like to go to because we love everything about it. Vancouver will be one of those. The setup of the whole place is spectacular. It's surrounded by mountains, surrounded by water.
Wherever you look inside of the city, you look through a gap and you see like water, houses in distance, mountains.
And there are forests everywhere. And we're not talking about some shitty parks with like 7 trees. No, actual dense forest. It's crazy. You drive outside of downtown, you cross the bridge, and then you're in the forest, which is like 7 minutes drive from there. It's ridiculous for London standards when you have to drive for, I don't know, an hour to get anywhere outdoorsy in a tiny way. And here,
and the food is good.
Ridiculous. Yeah, en route I got new dungarees as well.
But the food is good.
And in the end, we all wanted someone calling us home to keep us safe. No second thoughts. And now we're here, we'll need to explain my heart and what it wants. There and here, I've been away for much too long.
It's literally nothing. We're in a low range, snow mode, trying as hard as we can, and this piece of shit is not moving anywhere. So as you can imagine, I'm not a massive fan of new cars, new 4x4 cars. And I also wonder why manufacturers, when they sell a car like this with terrain modes and so on, they put it on summer tires. Not all terrain, summer bias tires, but summer tires. They could easily put it on Yokohamas, for example, the GO15s, the same one that I have in the Nomad, and then I'm going to put on the MR2. They're just amazing in all conditions. They are good at Nürburgring, and they're also really good in snow. They're really good off-roading. It would just solve the problem and I would be happy with the car, but no, they just put it on really crappy summer ones. Really bizarre.
You also don't have sat nav.
It doesn't have a sat nav, it's got everything possible apart from sat nav. It's really strange.
And the mirrors don't fall.
And the mirrors don't fall. I don't know why I'm repeating it.
Well, boy, I'm away from too much. Why should I keep away from such a love that keeps me safe? Oh, it's right. A love that's right, won't contemplate.
Just so you know, Ruta is a specialist in cooking out of boot of a car. She's a specialist in all types of cooking, but this one is her big forte. We just arrived at Vancouver Island and decided to stop for lunch. The weather is pretty crap, it's rainy, but it's not too bad. It's not cold, it's pretty pleasant, pretty mild. Delicious.
Chained to a floor with a wedding of you from one store to see in her mouth for hands for contact, driving much with the feeling that no one will watch. I would get attached.
It's so pretty, look at the water. Whoa! This is the cleanest water I've ever seen. It's amazing. Okay, so question then. The forests are your happy place, right? What about forests which are extremely foresty, like this one, but you're not allowed to go wherever you want? How does that work? You would prefer to go in and touch and roll in it and do things to it.
Like what
I
things?
don't know, jump off it
Yes.
or something.
No, I like a touch.
Ruta and I have been talking about the whole van life, and you know, like what do you do when your van is too small for you anymore, and then we've been discussing like what are the options, and check out this guy.
Next step.
Whoa. They have 2 air conditioners. I kid you not 1, 2 air conditioners. We tried to get to the west side of the Vancouver Island, and the sat-nav was saying that it's about 4 or 5 hours for 200 kilometers, and we're wondering why is it so slow. Now we know. We're on a gravel road that is being used by all the heavy machinery from tree cutting, and it looks like this is the only road to get from the east to west, like to the edges of it. It's really fun. It's lots and lots of gravel. It's sliding all the time, even in a Cherokee, and it's really stunning. It's really, really beautiful. It's like forests everywhere around with lakes and streams which are blue. It's really beautiful.
Touch is right, skin to skin. We are one, felt within. Tides are high, further short. Deep blue with you. Touch is right, skin to skin. We are one, felt within. Tides are high, further short. Deep blue with you.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine.